Hi everyone, my name is Harley. Welcome to TransByDef on Saturdays. Sorry I'm doing the video kind of late. Something kind of happened this morning, so I didn't think I was actually going to do it at all. But anyways, today's topic is brought to you by a fan. The question is sort of like this. Well, the question is this. Did it turn out as you expected it would be? As in our dreams, and there was some more stuff to it, but pretty much, real quick, this video is going to be really quick, but to the answer to that, yes and no. Okay, bye, love you all. For real, though, there are a lot of things that, this is a very sketchy question because, what I expected was very low. Basically because of my age, I started when I was 24, and I didn't know any good examples of transgenders, male to females, that started at that age. I was worried because, you know, the further you're away from 18, the less effects you're gonna have. So that was kind of like that. And plus, just letting you know that, because I self-meded, I wasn't on the right dosage, so I never really got the full effects for being on hormones for like almost 2 years now, but I'm really like only like 2 months on sort of the proper dosage, so just letting you know before you watch all this. I may be talking really low, but I'm sorry. So some of the things I did expect that did happen is I expected to get softer skin. I expected my face to kind of fill in and my body to fill in a little bit, and it did happen. I expected my boobs to grow. Come on! But, you know, my boobs are very small. But ever since I started this dose, you know, like I've been taking progesterone, and that's been helping. You know, but they're a cup, and you know, I thought maybe that's what it was gonna stay at, and that's kind of what you have to expect. You're gonna have small boobs, most likely. So those are sort of the things that I expected to happen at first. There was a lot of things I didn't put too much expectations into, like my hair. I didn't expect it to regrow. I was actually completely bald here, and it was like, I still have thin hair, but I volumize it, and but it's actually growing back, so I'm like really happy for that. Another thing I really didn't expect was, as I was going through it, first time I dressed up, I was getting a lot of stares, and I really didn't expect to pass after that point, and to my surprising, now I don't get that many stares, and which is good, you know, so it means that I'm getting there, and I'm kind of happy for that. You know, I was so afraid that I wasn't going to get the full effects of it because I started at 24, and I was worried that because, you know, that's 6 years away from 18, you know, I don't know how much of an effect that is, and you know, I've heard different stories. I also didn't expect to feel a lot better with myself. That was something, you know, I knew I would feel good, but I didn't realize, like, there's times I feel like awesome, and I'm like, that's really good, but there's, you know, you're gonna still have bumps in the road where you're feeling kind of shitty, but that happens. There were definitely a lot of surprises in transitioning. It's almost like swallowing your gum accidentally. It hurt, you know? Yeah. Another thing is sexual feelings, sexuality, I should say. No more morning erections. Thank God. Okay, so these are some things that I really wasn't too sure about. I've read about things, but wasn't too sure about it. These relate to brain chemistry and sexual feelings. With brain chemistry, I've heard things about like your you're gonna start feeling different, thinking differently. And it's true, I mean, for me at least. My creativity has picked up. Like I'm into music, as you can see the Gibson in the back. um, my creativity has picked up with music and stuff, but I'm still like getting into the guitar now. My focus is going on to that, and I'm becoming like, okay, I need to learn these songs, I need to practice, and now my fingers are hurting, calluses. But some interest that actually I lost was like my video game world. I used to be really into video games, and ever since I started transitioning, especially ever since I started taking hormones, my passion for video games have went down. I'll still play with friends, especially like I'll go to my friend's house and play Mortal Kombat or something. By the way, I can kick your ass in Mortal Kombat. Human Smoke and Scorpion. But yeah, but actually going and putting the console on, I think about, I'm like, man, I could be doing a lot of other stuff, and it might be because of that. It might not be the brain chemistry, but it might be that way. There's also some feeling like, like actually liking going shopping and doing other things. It might just be because I'm more open of being a girl now. Another few things that actually happened was like, sometimes I'll be laying down in bed and I'll have strange memory recaps. Like I'll remember me being on the playground and I'll be like, oh my god, I remember what that slide felt like when you got electrocuted. Or like I'll be like, oh my god, I remember that guy smelling so bad, and I would get the scent and I'm like, oh my god. And like it was just like I would lay in bed and bam, it would just happen. And that was like when I first started the hormones, which was weird. Also, when I first started hormones, I would get very emotional. Like my emotions were at peaks. So like if I cried, it would be really bad. If I laughed, I would just laugh. And I mean, literally, I laughed so much, I almost had to go to the hospital because my chest was hurting so bad. So something that also I've heard Cadence mention, that, when you're turned on, you don't feel like the need to pump and dump. And it's true, because like, well, I mean, for me at least, like now it feels like to cuddle with someone, to be with someone, and like she said, not the need to pump and dump. And I mean, it almost feels like, just being there and feeling someone and things like that. Also, like, I feel more submissive now, and it's like, it's crazy, it's a crazy feeling of feeling that, which kind of leads to my other part, which is attraction. Like, I'm attracted to females, or femininity. Not attracted to masculinity, like hairy chests, things like that. But I tell you one thing, being on hormones, for some reason, my attraction has slightly been like, what the fuck, it's crazy. Like, for example, I went to a Tool concert, and as soon as Maynard stepped on stage, he was like, he steps on stage looking like a badass who doesn't give a fuck. And like, the way his posture was, I was like, that is so hot. And I was just like, oh my god, I never felt that way before. And it was just like, really cool to feel that. Friends. I was expecting to lose friends, and I did. But I wasn't expecting to gain a whole bunch of friends. Especially by going to a support group, I gained a bunch of friends. And these are friends that are very supportive, and it's like, they're not gonna go anywhere, and which is awesome to have. But you can lose friends, you can gain friends, but then there's this third one that kind of bothers me a lot. It's the friends that say they support you, but they don't ever get in contact with you or avoid you. Hi, I'm just leaving you a message. Again, it's 10 o'clock right now. You said you were gonna call me at 8, just seeing what's happening right now. Alright, call me back. and I noticed that been happening, and I'm not sure if it's because they're afraid to be seen with me or what. Hello? What's going on? So that actually hurts a lot more than losing friends because you're gradually losing that friend. Okay, so another thing that I misunderstood a little bit was I really thought HRT would do pretty much everything, and it's not, because it doesn't do your hair, it doesn't do your makeup, it doesn't get you ready in the morning, things like that, and it's pretty much you have to work at it, and like I didn't realize it, but the more you put work into it, the more you're gonna start looking like a girl, and like I realized, getting my hair done, doing makeup, doing facials, keeping my skin nice, it helps, and it makes you look more feminine. So that's about it. It's, as far as I expected, I think since I put my expectations very low, I think I got a lot out of it, and a lot of things that I didn't expect. So I think that pretty much answers that question.